Hey everybody, welcome back to another Ford Ranger video. Well, this week I've decided to install a fire extinguisher in the truck. I think it's important to have, especially on an older used vehicle like this, because you never know, catch on fire at any time, I suppose. Not that I've ever had a problem, but I do like to have a fire extinguisher, available just in case there is ever the need. I got this on eBay, and I can put a link in the description. I should say this comes in several different colors. I chose silver. Comes in red and black and probably some other colors as well, but I decided silver was a good color. And I also should note that this came with several little dings in it. There's one right there, one right there, and I did point that out to the seller, and they did offer a partial refund, so it's not that big of a deal. Where it's going to be installed down here, you actually won't even really see it. So the issue that I will have, because I want to put it here, and it needs to be in far enough so that when the door closes right here, it doesn't interfere. So in order to do that, I have purchased this little piece of sheet metal from Home Depot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to length, install it underneath this threshold plate, and so that it extends back far enough. Oh, I also should mention that this is not flat, and there's some hollow space underneath. So I'm not really able to just screw it down into that, because like I said, there's quite a bit of hollow space. But if I have the sheet metal there, it'll allow me to attach it to the sheet metal, and I'll just paint this black. And this was cheap. This was only a few bucks, and there it is right there. Like I said, it's readily available to Home Depot. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this threshold plate and kind of figure out how much of this I need, and then cut it and probably bend it up just a little bit and mock it up so that I can then paint this, let it dry, and get it installed. So stay tuned. All right, with this threshold removed, you can see there was 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, very simple, and it's pretty dirty under there. You can mock it up just like this, and I've decided that I'm going to do a cut right across here with some tin snips, and the cut is not going to be the greatest, but that's okay because it'll be hidden underneath this. And what'll happen is it'll once I cut it, I will bend it up a little bit, and that will allow this to kind of sit proud of this hump under here. It's part of the seat track. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but if you have one of these trucks, you'll see what I mean. This is definitely not flat. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this across, bend it up a little bit, mock it up, and then get some paint on it. All right, slight change of plans. What I decided to do, because this is so thin, I'm going to just fold it in half and double it up, and that should give a little more rigidity. I do have a second sheet, but I probably won't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and measure this off, and then just crease it, fold it in half, and then mock it up that way. All right, with this folded in half, this is going to be the underside. And I say that because this is the part that I kind of, when I folded it over, I hammered it flat. I put this thick glove on there and used this hammer, and it's a little indented, but if you turn it over, this other side, which will be the side facing up, is pretty much perfect, except for this little end right there where I started to use some pliers to kind of crimp it. So I'm not too worried about that. But if you have a piece of this thin metal and you want to cut it, you can use these tin snips right here. These were left out in the rain. They're a little bit rusty, so don't mind that. But anyway, I'm going to take this over to the truck and see how much I have to kind of bend it up. And I will have to drill at least one hole in here for the screw that goes through. And then this is actually pretty rigid, which will allow the bracket to be mounted on here. And that should work out. Now that I've got the slight bend in here, you can see this actually sits perfectly on top of, there's a larger hump right there. And I've got the hole marked where I've got a drill for the hole underneath. And there's plenty of space underneath for the hardware that, you know, when you mount the bracket to it, probably a little nut and bolt. I got to see what I can dig up. So I'm gonna drill that hole, then I think I'm gonna spray this with some rubberized undercoating. I'm sorry, some bed liner, since it'll kind of match what's there. Or else you could use black paint if you want, but that will allow room for this. And basically I just I put the edge of this right here at this natural line. You can pretty much do it whatever way you want, but in doing this, it clears the seat track. See, it's not a problem right there. And the combination of the screw plus the pressure fit when you clamp this down will hold this into place, and it's not going to go anywhere. It might vibrate a little bit, which won't be an issue, but you could always, you know, put something underneath if you want to. So I'm gonna drill that, spray this, and let it dry, and then put it back together. I gave it a couple quick coats of this Rust-Oleum truck bed coating bed liner because I have plenty of this left over. So it's over there drying. Probably give it about 20-30 minutes and it'll be ready to install. All right, with this base now dry, I think it looks pretty good actually. Fits in there very well. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I've already marked where to drill the holes for this. And I should note, if you get this particular fire extinguisher, you can rotate this head so that your writing is however you want it to be. So I've got this positioned, as you can see, you know, you need to kind of tuck that up into there. So I'm gonna pull this back out, drill the 2 holes, mount it, and put it back in place. So the next time you see this, it'll all be done. All right, just one last thing before I mount this, I wanted to show you. The hardware that I was originally going to use ended up being too bulky for this, so I had to kind of scrounge up some smaller hardware, which works just fine, but it was just barely big enough. So you can see there really wasn't even room for a washer under there, so yeah, I thought I was going to use this, but far too bulky. Anyway, get this mounted in the truck. All right, there's the finished product. I think it looks pretty good. The bracket or the metal base, whatever you want to call it, really doesn't stand out too much. And it's completely reversible if you want. Now, of course, you could mount this any number of places in the truck, but I've always preferred this location right here since it's easy to grab and always visible, so you remember you have it. Like I said, you can rotate this head as needed, and everything tucks under the seat, well, no, the bottom of the seat, not the seat track, whatever you want to call it. And it's in there nice and sturdy. It will probably vibrate a little bit as you drive, but I mean, it's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna cause any noise or problems like that. So for just a little bit of money, you have peace of mind. And definitely check the link in the description for where I got this on eBay, although it looks like there's lots of different people on eBay that are selling that, so just depends on the color you want. Like I said, I chose silver just to kind of go with the gray and black interior, so I like it. Not a lot of money for a lot of peace of mind. So that'll do it for one more project on the 2002 Ford Ranger Edge. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, I love reading your comments, and please feel free to like this video if you found it helpful or entertaining. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.